Welcome back to the After Hours podcast. For anyone that wasn't listening to our previous episodes, I'm Megan.
I'm Ahmad.
I'm Jalea.
My name is Jasmine.
And I'm Sayla.
So for episode 3, we decided to do something fun. We're going to do 21 questions, but pretty much the life edition. So it's just 21 questions about life aspects and things like that. So we have 21 questions that I wrote down earlier this week, and we just randomly drew all of them, and everybody's just going to go around one at a time and just read one of their questions. So I guess I'll go ahead and start. I'll read one that I drew. So the first one I got was, any pets, what kind, and how many?
Oh, is that for us?
Yeah, that's for
Okay.
you guys.
Probably take a dog. What kind of dog? Either German Shepherd. I kind of like beagles,
Okay.
and I'll probably get like max like 2.
So would you consider adopting a dog, or?
I would consider adopting a dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to have a dog. I'm not sure when I want to get a dog, if I want kids before a dog before kids. I kind of really want a pit bull, and I think that would be a cool, not just a cool dog to have, but a really nice dog to have, you know. So I think I would only have 1, maybe 2 dogs, but I don't want to have to feed like multiple pets. I think 1 is enough for me, really. But yeah.
Yo, this fam, bruh.
Okay, I got it all planned out. I'm going to have 2 dogs and a cat. One dog is going to be German Shepherd, and it's going to be a girl, and her name is going to be Tigress.
Aww.
The other dog is going to be a Mastiff, and it's going to be a girl as well, and her name is going to be Euphrates. And then I'm going to have a cat. I don't know what gender yet, but it's going to be a cat, and it's probably going to have a silly name like Snowball or something.
Oh, Lord.
So, yeah, I'm basically going to have a zoo in my house.
It's a lot of poop.
I would say, number 1, I want a turtle. Well, let me correct that. I want a tortoise.
She's been talking about this forever.
I want a mini dinosaur so bad. Because
Do they
they're
even
so...
have them?
No, they're prehistoric.
That's
They're
what I'm like, what
reptiles.
do you...
So that's why I want a tortoise. On top of that, I want probably 2 dogs. More than 2's too much. And I'd like a cat, because I love my cat now. Her name is Alex, and she's a bad bitch. So don't come for her.
For me, I would definitely say a dog. I've always wanted a dog. I will probably adopt my first one, and then I'll probably get another dog. I would like a big one and a small one, so one almost as big as me. And then obviously, I have a pet bunny now, so I'm already planning. I'm probably gonna have either a bunny farm, or there's gonna be like a whole room dedicated to my bunnies. Cause like I'm obsessed with bunnies.
Can we just pause at the fact you want a
Stop.
big and little dog? That big dog's gonna crush the other one.
Well, I mean, not like a Chihuahua. Maybe like I forgot to say the type. So either like a Corgi or
And then a what?
maybe like a Golden Retriever.
See,
or something.
here's
I
my
mean,
thing.
Big Danes are really cute, but they're just really big.
Here's my thing. So I have a small dog, and then I have a dog that's gonna be big, and he's growing, and he is a lot. He's younger than the smaller dog, so of course he has a lot more energy, and he just terrorizes her because he's so big and he can. So
I'm done.
yeah.
Well, I
I'd
wonder
be
if it's also
careful.
because they're like opposite genders. So
Also, everybody's talking about animals, and that's cute. But are y'all forgetting about this poop? Are you forgetting about prices for these dogs? You know, you got to take care of the dogs, food. You know, I'm pretty sure y'all like those people who are like, oh, my dog is my child. Like, y'all be spoiling these animals. I'm just saying, money.
They gonna be eating scraps. So I ain't worried
not
about the money. No, they're not pigs, but they're gonna be spoiled.
I would say I don't even spoil my pets now. They live a wonderful life. They are happy, they are healthy, and they chilling. I'm not one of them people who put coats and shit on their dogs or like take them to the spa. No, they are pets and they're animals. I love them. I want to take them everywhere with me. But yeah, that's too
All right,
much.
be careful now. PETA gonna be like,
I ain't worried about no PETA.
Mess around and have my dog for dinner. Anyways.
want to go next and read a question?
I'll go next. All right, my question is, what is the biggest lesson you've learned so far in life?
Sheesh. That is deep.
Who wants to tackle that one?
The biggest lesson I think I've learned in life so far is probably the hardest pain and like the most difficult pain you go through is usually the most beautiful amount of growth that you go through. Because even though it's painful, it hurts, you cry a lot, it's usually like those are the battles in life that you need to go through in order to grow, even though you would rather not have to go through it. But God knows what's best, so.
I would say the lesson that was, what was it, the hardest or
The biggest lesson.
the biggest was not to seek attention in other things and other people, and how to, find relationships that weren't one-sided. I think I tried to change myself for a lot of people into what they would think their perfect partner would be, and I tried to be that in a lot of ways. And even in trying to be this perfect person, or what I perceived as their perfect person, I wasn't happy in it. And it took me a lot to learn that their happiness doesn't always equal my happiness. And I couldn't decipher between the two when I was in those relationships or trying to pursue those relationships. So I thought that was a pretty big lesson, something challenging for me to learn, but it was something that helped me grow to this point I'm at right now. So
I concur with both of ideas that have been said. Like, wow. But to like add on top of that, I think mine would probably be learning to be imperfect. I'm gonna blame my mom and my family, because raising me, they had this standard of perfection that they always wanted me to reach, whether it was in school, in sports, music, for crying out loud. Like, they would always say, well, if you don't do this, then, might as well give it up. So that was always before me, which is a great, like, motivator, don't get me wrong. But when I got to high school, it got to a point where I was stressing because I had A minuses. Like, why should I be stressing about that?
That's them Asian standards, bro.
I'm saying. And, like, I understand they wanted me to have good grades so I could get to a college and be successful and this, that, and the third. But at the same time, like, I don't think they took enough time to say, but don't kill yourself. Like, they just put them in front of me and said, achieve it at all costs. So I kind of had to learn that this past semester, with just not being perfect outside of school, like, just, in my everyday life, I just be really hard on myself, and it got to a point where it was, like, really unhealthy, and I just had to sit there and, like, think about it. I'm like, why do I do this to myself? Why do I keep myself, in a prison? Why do I trap myself in a hell, basically, when I really don't have to? So that was a hard thing for me to do, because when I was conditioned for so long to be a perfectionist, it was really hard for me to come to terms with that. But honestly, it was probably the most freeing thing for me to experience, was I can finally not be perfect anymore. So that was big for me.
I forgot the question already. The most, because
the biggest lesson you learned?
the biggest
so
lesson
far in
I've
life?
learned, I would say just to be myself and people will follow. I don't think I've ever, like how Sayla said, I don't think I've ever tried to position myself to make people like me per se, but I think that I would try and control, like, my behaviors and control, like, my excitement and just my energy, just to fit, like, the norm, and even control, like, my quirky tendencies. But now I just don't care. I'm just gonna be me, and if people don't like me, then they go do something else with your life. Quit looking at me.
Okay, and I have two. The first one is, you got to stay 10 toes. So what I mean by that is, like, you have to stay true to yourself. You can't change yourself. You can't change the way you act. You can't change the way you are to fit somebody else's criteria.
We all just said the same.
I know. But, all right, look. And then the second one is that you're gonna fail. Like, accept it. You can't run from it. It'll eventually, you will fail. But the thing is, are you able to get back up and try again? That's the biggest thing. So that's what I say about that.
Okay, so I'm gonna open a question. Okay. So my question was, what is your dream? What would be your dream car you could realistically obtain? I just want y'all to know I don't know much about cars, and because I be dreaming big, I be making big money in my head. So I'm just gonna say, realistically, might not be that.
Realistically, I'm gonna get me an Audi.
Okay. What type of Audi?
I don't know, the one that's an SUV.
I don't know. It's probably like I don't know. All right, just forget it. All right, Audi truck. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of them are getting into different types.
I would say I like the BMW. What is it? Their trucks. Their trucks are comfortable to me. I think I forgot the number. My dad had one, but or an Infinity truck. I'll say that. I like those.
I would probably say an Infinity as well. Those things are nice.
Yeah, they are.
They're
They're very comfortable.
sleek.
Yeah.
Professional.
Yeah.
I think I'm just really practical. So the first that popped in my head would probably be like a Toyota Highlander, or like, or I mean, if I have to between brands of cars, it's either gonna be Mitsubishi, Toyota, or Honda. That's just because our family's all about imports. We don't buy American-made cars. That's just how it's always been. I mean, my dad got that 98 Corolla, still rolling, bruh. Still rolling.
I'll probably say. Oh, I always wanted a Camaro or a Dodge Charger. I'll just say that. That's obtainable.
The two cars that I've always wanted was a Nissan truck. There's a specific one, I can't think of the name right now, but my dad had it and I wanted specifically his, the same make, model, color. And I wanted a convertible Mustang just because I rode in one, and we were going down the highway and I was like, oh, this feels nice, you know, in the Florida weather. You'd be like, ah. So yes, I just went.
So I just popped open the next question, and it's very interesting. So it says, if multiverses do exist, what's one alternate life you think you're living?
Yeah, I'm making y'all think.
I'll probably say in an alternate universe, I feel like I'll be like on the street, like low key, like a whole like drug dealer or something out here.
Oh my goodness.
I'll say that.
I can see it.
What?
What you selling?
I'm not selling nothing.
What's your alternate? Like, what do you think your alternate self is selling? Like,
Either selling weed,
get a little crazy.
crack, whatever.
All right.
Selling whatever, making money. Be like in this heavy in the streets, like real talk. I'll say that in an
can see
alternate
it.
universe,
In the streets of Atlanta.
wherever. It could be Atlanta. It could be wherever.
No, he be in the streets of Dayton, Ohio, trying to be hood.
It's worse there, honestly.
So in a multiverse, I feel like either I'm like living my best life, like president of an organization. I mean, I am now, but like really wanting to be president of an organization. Going to be like a vet, because that's what I'd always wanted to be when I was growing up. Or I'd probably be at home, like not knowing what I want to do, just confused. I feel like there's only so many options for me.
All right. It's a little wild, but I got like 3. So I'm either on my way to being a professional bowler,
Okay.
or I'm on my way to being president of the United States, or this is a big or. I'm a stripper somewhere.
Whoa, Jasmine. What?
Because
That go to future me. Belongs to the streets.
no, don't ask any questions. I just have a strong feeling that somewhere I'm doing my thing. So
I feel that because I told you when I met you, I only know so many Jasmines who are not hoes, and you're the only one. You are the only one. So maybe in a multiverse, but I think you'd be a good stripper. You'd have it on lock.
I would second Jalea's comments, like the later half of her comments. You know, I think you would be good at what you are multiverse. So she's probably up there. You know, she's probably up there. She's not like in the little clubs and the little local. Nah. She's up there.
Magic City.
You know, she making the monies. Okay, don't even worry about her. She says she's not starving anytime soon. I think that I would probably be either a child, like a illustrator, for children's books. I think maybe I'd probably be a parent a little younger, only because I really want kids now. But I think in a different universe that I probably would have had them sooner. I'm not saying that's the way to go, but I think that I don't know. Part of me wants to be like, ooh, what would she really be doing? What is Sayla and Earth 304 doing? Probably nothing. She ain't doing nothing right now. So I don't know. Meg, what do you think?
I feel like it's just a combination of all the things that I want to do currently, but maybe I feel like
She about to be the new Beyonce.
stop. No. No.
She said,
no.
Bruno Mars who? I'm taking the space.
Definitely, I feel like in the multiverse, I might be more of a bigger star. Maybe I started young, and I got to grow and progress as a singer. I feel like in another world, I might be maybe a marine biologist, because that was something I wanted to do as a kid. So I'd be out in the ocean, studying stuff and learning more about the ocean. Or I would say maybe I'd be a professional ballerina, because that's what I wanted to do for the longest. Or some type of professional dancing. Catch me in the music videos in the back.
Video girl.
All right. My question is, what is your dream house?
Let's start.
I can start. Okay, bringing the mic back. Okay, so my dream house would be something I built. I would love to buy land and build a house on it. I don't really think I want neighbors. Low key, I just want land and space. We need some breathing room. I don't want you looking into my house windows. I want that kind of property. I want something kind of big. I also really want a generation house where my kids grow up in it, their families grow up in it, things like that. If I had land, my mom and my grandmother have already talked about let us have some of it, let us have our own properties on it or whatever. So I want something kind of big only because I think of having a larger family. So yeah.
I'll probably say I would want it wouldn't be considered a mansion, but something close to it, something in reach. I would want to fix up the basement, I'd have a movie theater or something down there, or have a nice size pool and an outdoor deck.
So what you're saying is we coming for the weekend.
I mean, yeah, somewhere you can throw parties, cookouts, kickbacks, all that type of stuff. So I think I'll stick with that. So
I would probably have to say I'd want a house really as similar as possible to my grandparents' house. 3 floors, basement, first floor and second floor. Probably a much bigger living room. a bigger master bedroom and a bigger master bath. But other than that, I mean, it's sitting on an acre of land, which is plenty. A pool in the backyard, a deck, trees, little rabbits running around. So, I wouldn't mind having a house like that because it would make me feel like I'm always living with my grandparents, which is a very great feeling.
I guess for my dream house, it would probably be a modern style craftsman. It would probably have hopefully 3 floors, like hopefully a finished basement. But I would like a walkout basement because I like the idea of like not being enclosed in the basement because we have one like that now. At least 3 bedrooms, preferably 3 full bathrooms for each of those rooms. Obviously a big yard so I can let my dogs, my rabbits, if I have a cat or 2, they want to go outside. There'll be a room in the house fully dedicated for the rabbits, like that's where they live. If I have some pet birds, they might be flying around the house too. The sunroom, the garden in the back. I watch a lot of HGTV and I'm just like, I know like the style of like, it's going to be open concept, probably quartz countertops because they're durable. We're going to have like, I want IKEA furniture in my house.
Interesting.
That's kind of what I like, the simple minimalist. It's like, it is bougie, but in a sense it's affordable compared to some other things. Like certain things are affordable there. So.
Yeah. I guess my house would kind of be similar to Megan's house because I watch a lot of HGTV too. But mine would probably be very wide and long. So
Like a ranch style?
Like a ranch style, probably 1 other floor. So it'd be 3 floors, a basement, and an upstairs. But I wouldn't want a whole bunch of stairs. Like I'd want to take like 6 steps and I'd be to my upstairs. Because
Get an elevator.
that's too expensive. I would want to have a really nice garden in the back because I have a garden at my house now. And I grew tomatoes, mint, basil. I think that was it. So I'd like to have like a vegetable garden. I'd want to have some chickens for sure. Maybe like 2 or 3 in the back. I'd want to have like a nice walkway that would lead you through the backyard, but I want my house to be open concept, a really big, not a super big kitchen to where it's not personable, but I'd like to have the kitchen to have like really nice countertops, super high cabinets, and I'd want the stove. This is like my dream. I want the stove on the island. I don't want the stove like in the back. I want the stove on the island.
They make houses like that now.
They do. My uncle in Texas, he has a house like that. And I'd want I don't know, but I'd want it to just feel like home. Like when you walked in, you know, everybody nowadays wants like the super clean and crisp and glamorous house. I want something that just feels like home. So, yes.
Well, since we're giving all these details, I didn't know we were having the list out, you know. But some things that I really want in my house is definitely a fireplace. I think I'm going to live up north, I hope, because I do enjoy the weather. It's a little sketch sometimes, but I do like it up here. But I definitely want a fireplace. I definitely want a big kitchen, something to host people. That's really what I want to do. I want a house that can invite people in, not keep people. Yeah, you got to leave at a certain time, but you know, to host people, to have people and feel like this is comfortable. I also want gardens or like, you know, growing your own vegetables or whatnot. If I have a lot of land, I want my family to be able to grow that land as well. So, or grow on that land as well. So it's just, you have those dreams, you have those Pinterest boards, and sometimes it's like, oh, I really want this, but then you see something else and you're like, oh, that's new. I ain't never thought of that. And so things get clouded. I will say that. Things get clouded.
All right, so that was the first round. We're going to try to speed up these next few rounds. This is the speed round. So where do you see yourself traveling to? So this could be like places you'll travel to over time, but we'll just leave it to like, where's one place? So I would say, this is Jasmine gave me this look. I would say Tahiti is where I want to go.
I would probably say Israel.
Peru.
Korea.
Jasmine, where?
One place, just one.
Have you been to Mexico?
Yes.
Have you been to Jamaica?
Yes.
Puerto Rico.
Yes.
Oh.
Brazil.
There you
Okay.
Brazil.
All right, there you go.
All right, so the question I have is, what is your ideal wedding? I'm not going into detail on this because I haven't really thought about this like that. So I'll say somewhere tropical. Leave it at that.
I went like that princess wedding. I like the castle theme. I like the little church, the little Catholic church, but the little stained glass, all that.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, shining down on me. It's my day. Make me feel beautiful. I'm the star.
I want it not to be too big. I want it to be intimate, but at the same time, I want to incorporate cultural wedding stuff. So things from Mexican heritage, things from Jamaican heritage, whether that looks like colors, flowers, parties, whatever. But I want all of that included in my wedding.
I don't feel like answering that question, so I'm gonna do another one.
Whoa, wait. So, okay.
No, go ahead, Megan. I thought you answered. I'm sorry.
Ideal wedding probably would be more of like DIY, but it'd be simple, minimal. I wouldn't want a lot of people, but I feel like my mom would concur and be like, "Oh, everybody coming. Your fifth cousin from the Philippines coming. Like, who
Ooh.
this?"
I can't wait.
But yeah, that'd be mine.
That is awesome. Next question. Would you date a man shorter or taller than you? You can answer it if you want, but yeah.
I'm not answering. I'm a straight cis male.
I mean, you could say for a woman though, like, would you?
Okay. Who's going first? Oh, I would want to date a woman smaller than me.
You wouldn't?
I said I would.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Or shorter.
I wouldn't mind necessarily. I do tend to go to people who are taller than me. I feel like sometimes when I see guys the same height as me, I'm like, no, you're shorter than me. However, I wouldn't say it's such a if you're not taller than me, we can't be together. So I'll say that.
Well, I'm 5'1", so I would prefer someone taller, but as long as they're at least a few inches taller, that's all I'm asking for.
My rule of thumb is if I can still wear heels around you and you're either at my height or a little bit taller, we Gucci. So
Makes sense. All right. Good question.
I agree with Jasmine.
Short and simple.
all right. So the question I have is, where would you like to live permanently?
I think that I'm probably gonna end up in Washington D.C. low key for my professional career. However, I would love to stay up north more. I don't really have a preferred state. I asked this question earlier today, and low key I gave an answer, and I just straight up lied, I guess, cause now when I hear it, I don't know.
I'm staying in Lexington.
Montreal.
Sorry. I either say Atlanta, Los Angeles, or Houston.
Okay, next question.
Oh.
I keep forgetting.
No, you're good. Permanently, somewhere in the U.S. I'm not quite sure where. Maybe in my head I'd say California, but that's too expensive.
Girl, don't give up on your dream. I know I just totally blindsided you and forgot about you, but I believe. Okay. If there was a movie about your life, what are some songs on the soundtrack? These are oddly specific, Meg.
That's too long.
Yes.
Just one song.
Okay,
One
what's
song.
y'all song?
They on the spot for a reason.
Infatuation by Christina Aguilera.
Okay. Shit, what am I gonna say?
I feel like it'd be The Truth by India Ari or Zion by Lauryn Hill.
It's one of y'all. I asked the question. I'm so sorry.
I'll say On and On by Erykah Badu.
I'm gonna say probably Jhené Aiko's recent song just came out, None of Your Concern, because I'm really vibing with that right now. So.
Oh.
All right, my question is, do you see yourself married? I say yes.
Of course.
Megan.
Everybody looking at me because I always say I don't see myself getting married, but everybody else begs to differ. So we're just gonna see what happens.
Yes.
See.
All right. I'll go next. This one's a little bit of a lengthy one. If someone you loved was killed in front of you, but someone created a copy of them that was perfect, right down to the atomic level, would they be the same person, and would you love them just as much?
No.
I think in the moment of grief, I would, because like I'd be so attached to this person I just lost. However, over time, I'd be like, I can't do it.
My dumb ass would forget that he was the copy, and I'd fall in love, and it'd just be that.
I believe it.
I would forget. I'd be like, oh, we spent so much time. I'd be sad, but then I'd be like, you know what? If I listen, no, we ain't got time. Never mind.
I'll say no because I know that they're not real. So
I would probably say no just because I made memories with this other person, not the copy. So
Right.
it's like they may be the same person, but it's just there's that disattachment to them.
But then you can like make more memories with this new person, and low key, it'd be like, oh, I fell in love with you all over again.
But it's just weird because he's like technically, so he's man-made now. He's not even organic. Like
He's
It-
mine.
that's
That's
what-
it. You know, we ride or die. He
mm-mm.
died. He came back. So I'm still, going hard.
done.
Like,
All right, so the next question is, if you could have any wild animal of your choosing, what would it be? I'm just going to say mine would be a cheetah.
Mine would be a dinosaur.
mine would probably be a lion. I think that's just something I would want.
I'm not really stressing, so I'll go. Off the top of my head, maybe it's either a panda or an armadillo. I know armadillos can carry leprosy, but I'll get them treated. They're just so cute when they like roll up in a little ball.
they did, I'm just playing.
I kind of like.
It's illegal to kill one in Texas.
I kind of like otters though.
Otters are cute.
I've seen people who have them though. So
I'll probably say either a tiger or a cheetah.
Bro, why you guys steal mine, bro? Be original.
Mm-mm.
okay. Oh. Okay. My question is, what is your ideal proposal?
That's
You ain't gonna let her talk, Meg.
What?
Reveal your truth.
No. No, I don't. I don't know. I don't need people trying to propose me now in the next week or so. No, I'm just kidding. Nobody wants to propose to me.
Girl,
I would say whatever fits at the moment,
Yeah.
because it'll change.
Yeah.
I would say we're not meant to be if you propose to me in public, because that means you really don't know me as a person. It had to be so private, because I don't like all my business out there. And like in the movies, it's all cute when like people get proposed to in the restaurants. I think that is terrifying. 'Cause
So
if
you
I
want me to
say-
take pictures for y'all, like photography, like like catch the moment,
Yeah, it'd probably
Okay.
be like out in the woods or like
the woods.
you know those pictures where they take you out to like this really nice like park or whatever, and then they propose, and then you have people in the back.
Yeah.
But I don't want it in public, because if I say no, your ass is gonna be embarrassed.
wait. Okay, so I've been watching these videos of like Chinese photographers for like couples, like when they get married and like the lengths they go to, and like I kind of want somebody to go the lengths they do, because I'm like looking at these, I'm like these pictures are beautiful, the dedication, but okay, that's not the proposal part, but I'm just letting y'all know, like there's people who really going out all out for this.
Next question. Name 3 old men you wouldn't mind taking you on a date.
Okay, so let me tell you, he just got a girlfriend, and I believe in their relationship, so we're not gonna split nobody up. But Keanu Reeves, I just love him. I don't know why. I don't know if it was like one of his movies, But like I was just like, you know, listen. He just say, "Hey, Sayla." I'd be like, "Yes, where are we going?" Easily.
What is old though?
60 plus. Yeah, just give one person because I can't even think of someone. But
I would go ahead and say Idris Elba. That's my man right there.
I say either Idris or is Denzel 60?
Yeah.
I take Denzel.
Bruh, just like his British accent, bruh. Come on.
So I'm going with a woman. I'll say.
We get it.
I'll
You're
say.
straight.
I'll say. Jennifer Lopez.
okay.
Did she turn 50 this year or?
not 60.
But she's old. So.
Yeah, we'll take it. I don't know anybody.
Then why'd you ask the question?
Next question.
Yeah, skip me. I don't have nobody. Sorry.
We might need to cut. We got to be at 40 minutes.
No, it's okay. It's fine. I'll be cutting. It's fine. This can be 45 minutes.
question?
Do you see yourself having a big family?
Of course.
Yes.
Define big family.
I'll have like 4 children.
I mean, that's bigger than the average. Most
Yeah.
people only stop at 1 kid if they have kids. So
I guess, but my max, I think in my head was 3.
Same. 3 my max.
I will say that I will only get pregnant 3 times. Now, if I have twins or something like more than that, I might have to, rethink that. But I will only be pregnant 3 times, I think.
And it also depends. Like, I'm gonna have extended family, like people that ain't related. So I guess in a way I would have a big family. But yeah.
Yeah, I have a big family. I don't like to be alone.
I feel it. Okay, next question. If you were in a fight with a big bully, who out of the 5 of us would you want to fight for you?
Jalea.
I will second that. Yeah, low key. I mean, I might have Jasmine or my tag team, but like my first runner up, she coming in real. She got the hands, but if she get tired and she like, okay, I need some water real quick, then somebody else will come in.
I agree also with Julia. I am not a fighter, so
I'm not a fighter.
we'll just. I mean, we call it just tag team together. It's fine.
Mess with the squad.
Can I answer? Because since everybody, Ahmad, you go first before
Yeah,
I say
Ahmad, how you
anything.
gonna?
I don't know, dude.
Out of us,
I don't
who you gonna
know.
let fight for you?
I haven't seen you guys in real action. I haven't seen you guys in real
Okay,
confrontation.
that's not what we asking for.
Just based off of knowing us, like who would you want to fight for you?
I don't know. I'll probably just say Julia.
Why? You know what? I'm a lover, not a fighter. I don't like to fight. I don't. But let me say this. I don't like to argue with people. So I'd rather fight you like 5 minutes into us arguing than us to sit there and argue.
Damn.
But you know what? I said I would have Megan and Sayla. I'd say one of them have to start and then the other one would, finish the other.
Yeah, we
off.
were talking about this last night, and I said like I'm gonna start first. They gonna hit me through the wall, and Sayla gonna carry it out.
But let me say why though. Let me say why. So I feel like Ahmad, he wouldn't want to fight. He'd be like, like why are you always getting into this stuff? And then I feel like Jasmine, she'd be like so upset. She'd be like, Jalea, why are you getting into shit like this? Like what are you doing? And I'd be like, I don't know, sis. I don't know. So yeah.
All right, I have some more, but I don't know. Do you guys have any more? Okay, I'll ask this final question then. This is the last question. If you had to guess, what do you think would be the most likely way you die?
Ooh.
Getting a little sad.
I'm hoping from old age. However, I just want to go out quickly and quietly, Like, if someone's going to try to kill me, can you just shoot me? Like, why we got to go through the pain? Why we got to go through the, oh, she's dying on the floor? No, let me just die,
I would probably say old age because I know myself. I'm not doing no dumbass shit out here. I'm not looking for fights. I'm very peaceful, very calm. I'd rather die of old age.
I agree. Old age, or I don't know, or just, you know, peacefully in my sleep
Yeah,
is how I'd like to pass.
I agree.
But I think so. That was fun. Jasmine had to leave unexpectedly, so that's why she didn't answer. But that was 21 questions, the life edition. So thanks for watching the After Hours podcast. Our Instagram is after_hours podcast. If you would like to email us any questions, please email us at afterhourspodcast123@gmail.com.
Thank you guys so much for
Yeah.
watching and listening. Or not watching, you're watching on the screen. But thank you so much for listening, and I hope you tune in to next week.
Bye, guys.
See